The idea that the U.S. government might become a major shareholder in Intel is stirring up significant buzz, and it raises some big questions about the future of American technology. According to a report from Bloomberg on Tuesday, the Trump administration is reportedly exploring the possibility of acquiring a 10% ownership stake in Intel, potentially making the government the company's largest shareholder. But here's where it gets controversial. This move could involve converting Intel's existing grant money from the 2022 U.S. CHIPS and Science Act directly into equity, effectively turning government subsidies into ownership shares. To break it down, the CHIPS Act grants Intel about $10.9 billion. One chunk of $7.9 billion is intended to bolster Intel's domestic investment projects, while another $3 billion is earmarked to enhance semiconductor manufacturing capabilities for national security. At Intel's current market valuation, a 10% stake equates to approximately $10.4 billion, which aligns closely with the levels of funding provided through these grants. The government could shift from being a financial supporter to holding significant ownership and influence over Intel. Investors initially reacted positively when news of possible government investment surfaced, with Intel's shares climbing nearly 9% on August 14th. However, the report stresses that this is far from a settled arrangement. It remains unclear whether this idea has broad support within the administration, or if discussions have taken place with Intel or other potentially affected parties. Even the exact percentage of the stake is still up in the air, and neither Intel nor the White House responded immediately to CNBC's inquiries. Intel, once a shining star of the U.S. chip industry, has slipped behind global competitors in the race to produce cutting-edge semiconductor technologies. Reviving Intel's dominance has become a national priority in Washington, and the possibility of government ownership is part of a broader strategy to reclaim U.S. leadership in semiconductors. The 2022 CHIPS Act, passed with bipartisan support under the Biden administration, allocated a massive $39 billion in grants to boost domestic semiconductor manufacturing, with funds also going to global giants like TSMC and Samsung, as well as U.S. firms such as NVIDIA, Micron, and Global Foundries. Interestingly, although Donald Trump endorsed the overall goals of the CHIPS Act, he has publicly criticized the legislation and called for its repeal earlier this year. Republican lawmakers have been hesitant to follow through on this push, but Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick recently mentioned ongoing renegotiations of some of the CHIPS Act grants, leaving the door open for changes. If the government converts Intel's CHIPS Act grants into a stake in the company, this could reduce the actual cash Intel receives, but simultaneously mark a strong shift toward government-backed industry champions in strategic areas, something the Trump administration appears keen to foster. Intel's challenges go beyond funding. Despite significant investments, the company has struggled to carve out a competitive edge in the booming artificial intelligence sector and has yet to secure major customers for its manufacturing operations. Some analysts argue that government intervention is crucial not just for Intel's revival, but also for the broader U.S. national security picture. Others are skeptical, suggesting that Intel's issues run deeper than money, and questioning whether government involvement could truly guide the company to success. Another intriguing factor is the potential leverage the government could exert through tariffs or regulatory pressures to encourage the adoption of Intel chips, indirectly supporting the company beyond direct financial investment. In a related development reported on Tuesday, SoftBank announced a $2 billion investment in Intel, positioning it as the company's fifth largest shareholder. Masayoshi Son, SoftBank Group's chairman and CEO, emphasized that this strategic investment reflects confidence in the expansion of advanced semiconductor manufacturing within the U.S., with Intel expected to play a pivotal role. Following news of the SoftBank deal, Intel's shares rebounded sharply after a dip triggered by the Bloomberg report about the government stake. Meanwhile, Intel CEO Lip-Bu Tan, who took the helm in March 2025, recently met with Donald Trump at the White House. This came after Trump had publicly suggested removing Tan due to his previous connections with China. However, after the meeting, Trump appeared to change his tone, praising Tan's amazing story. Whether the topic of government equity in Intel came up during this discussion remains unknown. This unfolding story raises critical questions. Is government ownership the right path to saving Intel and securing America's semiconductor future? Or does such intervention risk complicating matters further? Are the strategic goals being undermined by political challenges or unresolved issues within the company itself? These debates matter not just for Intel, but for the entire semiconductor industry, which is vital to technology, defense, and economic competitiveness. What do you think? Should the government take a direct ownership role in key technology firms like Intel? Or would that lead to bigger problems down the line? Feel free to share your views, agreement or disagreement, because this is exactly the kind of nuanced topic that deserves a lively discussion.